Hello everyone. In this screencast, we'll look at managing inventory with Sage 50. Specifically, we'll write off anything due to shrinkage, spoilage, spillage, theft, that is inventory reduction, as well as inventory assembly. So taking a bunch of existing inventory items and making another inventory item. So useful for things that you frequently sell together or actual inventory assemblies. So I'm going to open up Sage 50. I've got a link in my start menu there. You could also type in SA. There we are, Sage 50 Premium Accounting. I'm using 2019. Please use that or something before it. And I'm going to open up I'm going to open up House of D again. So I'll select an existing company. I've got it stored on my desktop. There it is there. And the SAI file. You could simply navigate to the SAI and double click on that instead of opening it via Sage 50 as well. And again, this welcome screen is useful. You can watch all of these videos and go through the tutorials. I'm just going to maximize this. All right, so first of all, we're going to look at writing off inventory. So in this situation, we want to look at an inventory report so that we can send employees off to do a count and then let us know anything that's been reduced. So under inventory and services, we have the summary available. And if you create that, you'll see we have the quantity that we should have on hand. So if you're going to share this report with your employees who are going to do the count, you probably want to get rid of cost and value. So I could go to modify, report columns, custom, and remove cost and value. Then I'd print this, share it with my employees. They'd go out and count all of the inventory in the warehouse. They'd come back. And in this situation, they let us know that one of our sculptures has been broken. So you choose adjust inventory to handle something like this. And the source is a memo. I guess a memo from one of the employees. On February 28th, indeed, and the item is 105. Let's select that. So they've let us know one was broken. We don't know how many there were. So I'm just going to choose a quantity of -1. And I'm going to allocate that because it does affect a department, right? I'm going to allocate that to sales. And you can do it line by line. If there's a bunch of stuff you're writing off, they'd be allocated to separate departments. You can now specify a different account if you like here. It's writing off to, it's affecting cost of goods sold, but you could affect inventory variance, for example, or adjustment write-off. Any of those, I believe, will be useful or pertinent. And you go ahead and post. So that's inventory adjustment. Now let's look at inventory assembly. So we're going to create a new account to handle any item assembly costs. So for example, if you used some materials that we had to purchase in order to assemble this item, maybe hardware or something like that, we could add those to the cost. So I'm going to go to company, chart of accounts, and down at around 5080. I want to add 5080. So if I just click on 5090 and create, that pops in a 5080 for me, and I'll call that item assembly. It's a group account. It needs to fall in there, so those are all G's, so it needs to be a G. And the class options, I'm going to call that operating expenses, and save and close. And then I want to link that in my linked accounts for inventory and services, for item assembly, that is. So I'm done with my chart of accounts. I'll go to setup settings, and then inventory and services, linked accounts, item assembly. There it is there. And we could choose an account here so we don't have to, like we saw in the previous example. You may want to use adjustment write-off there, or inventory variance. Oh, we don't have variance here, and I'll choose OK. Alright, so now I'm going to create an item that's made up of several items. So this is basically like a room that's been set up, or a room that we set up and we suggest all of the items that go in this room, kind of like a showcase room or something like that in IKEA. So if I go back to inventory and I create a new inventory item, and its inventory, its number is I100. I would use A for assembly. And we're calling it an interview corner. And under the linked accounts, we're going to use inventory, revenue, and cost of goods sold. Not going to bother with any variance. All of the individual items have variance, but if we wanted to choose something there, we could use inventory variance. I would never use variance for an item assembly. Like I say, all of the individual items that make up the assembly already have variance attached to them. We're charging $14.99 for this, and under build is where we choose the items that make up this item. So we're going to use some 301s. We're going to use some 401. And 634. Just going to type these in, save me a bit of time, and 4 811s. Now you'll notice that we presently have, for example, we have 8 301s presently. This uses 2 of them. I'll show you why I'm pointing that out in a moment. And I'm done with creating this inventory assembly. So I'll choose Save and Close. Oh yeah, one tells me how many of these I'm building with these number of items. So that's one. We're building one interview corner from these items. I'll choose Save and Close. Now again, our 301, we're presently at 8. So when we build this item, you'll see this is reduced to 2, and this inventory item we just created, we're presently at 0. It'll jump up to 1 when we build it. So we're just going to build one and then we'll sell it. So in order to build an item from individual items, we use the build from bill of materials. I choose that. Our source for this one is house 1, and it's happening on February 28th, and we're saying assemble an interview corner package. We only have the one item assembly, but if we had more than one, they'll all be shown here. We're building one of those, and we can go ahead and post, and you'll see this jumps up to 1. Whoops. You'll see this will jump up to 1, and some of the other items will be reduced by whatever quantity that we had in the quantity that make up the item that we're building. I believe 301 was one of them. So I go ahead and post. And okay. And you see we now have 301, we now have 6 of those instead of 8, right? And now we have one of these. Now that we have one, we can safely sell it. So I'm going to go to receivables, create an invoice for J. Freeman on February 28th. And we're going to buy, or sorry, they are going to buy the I-100. Just one of them. We only have one to sell. And we're going to allocate that to sales. This invoice only has the one item, so we could just use this, right? Or this. Or this. Either one. We only have one item. And freight is $89. Make sure that that's also allocated to sales. Yep. Again, because we chose that. And HST for everything before you forget, like I almost did. And thank them for their business. And we'll go ahead and post. So again, that's adjusting inventory items. Again, use a -1 or negative quantity if it decreases, positive if it increases. The only situation I can think of where your inventory may increase would be if you're selling chickens or rabbits or something like that. And then your inventory assembly, again, we create the item and then we build it and then we can sell it. We have to use this to build and then we sell. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.